The last time I saw my brother, he was standing in the rain, and I was pretending not to look back. My name is Eleanor Hayes, and this is the story of the day I returned after 10 years. 10 years since I disappeared without a goodbye and buried the truth inside me. The town of Millbrook looked smaller when I stepped off the bus. The air smelled of wet earth and old memories. Every street felt like it was whispering my name. I left when I was 20, proud and stubborn. I thought the world was waiting for me with open arms. Instead, it watched me fall and never offered a hand. Back then, my father had just died in a car accident. Grief turned our house into a silent battlefield. Every room carried unspoken blame. My mother believed my brother, Daniel, needed protection. Daniel believed I was selfish for wanting to leave. And I believed nobody understood me. But the truth is more painful than that. The night of the accident, I was driving the car. My father was sitting beside me. It was raining heavily on the highway near River Bridge. I was angry after another argument at home. I did not see the truck until it was too late. The crash was loud, bright, and terrifying. When I opened my eyes, everything was broken. Except me. My father did not survive. And even though the police said it was an accident, I felt like I had killed him. Daniel knew I was driving. But he told everyone that our father was behind the wheel. He protected me without asking for thanks. I could not live with that lie. I could not breathe in a house built on my guilt. So I ran away. For 10 years, I lived in different cities. I changed jobs, apartments, and even friends. But I could never change my past. Every night, I saw the headlights again. Every rainy evening, I heard the crash in my mind. And every birthday, I wondered if Daniel hated me. 2 weeks ago, I received a short email. It was from Daniel. Just 5 simple words. Mom is not doing well. There was no anger in the message. No blame, no questions. Only those 5 words. I booked the ticket the same night. The journey felt endless and heavy. I kept imagining our first conversation. Now, I stand in front of our old house. The white paint is faded, and the garden is wild. It looks tired, just like me. My hand trembles before I knock. For a moment, I consider turning back again. Running has always been easier than staying. But the door opens before I can decide. Daniel stands there, taller, thinner, older. His eyes are the same. We stare at each other in silence. 10 years hang between us like thick fog. I do not know what to say first. Hi, Ellie, he says quietly. He still uses my childhood nickname. It breaks something inside me. Hi, Daniel, I reply, my voice shaking. I want to hug him, but I am afraid. Afraid he will step away. He does not. Instead, he moves aside and lets me enter. The house smells exactly the same. My mother is lying on the couch near the window. She looks smaller, fragile, almost transparent. Time has been harder on her than on us. When she sees me, her eyes fill with tears. Eleanor, she whispers. Not angry. Not cold. Just tired. I kneel beside her. I'm sorry, I say before I can stop myself. The words fall out like they have been waiting for years. She gently touches my face. You came back, she says. That is enough for now. Daniel stands behind me, silent. But I can feel his presence like a question. A question neither of us has asked yet. Later that evening, the rain begins again. The sound against the windows makes my heart race. Daniel notices and looks at me carefully. We need to talk, he says finally. His voice is calm, but serious. My stomach tightens. I know what he wants to talk about. The accident. The lie. The truth. The thing we buried 10 years ago. I nod slowly. Maybe running has lasted long enough. Maybe tonight, everything will change. But I have no idea how much. The rain grows louder, like it is trying to remind us of that night. Daniel and I sit at the kitchen table where we once did homework. Now we are two strangers with shared guilt. I never blamed you, Daniel says suddenly. His words surprise me. I have blamed myself enough for both of us. You lied for me, I reply. You carried my mistake for 10 years. My voice cracks under the weight of it. Daniel looks down at his hands. It was not only your mistake, he says quietly. There's something you don't know. My heart begins to beat faster. I thought I knew every painful detail. But his tone tells me I do not. That night, he continues. Dad and I argued before you took the car. I stare at him, confused. He was angry because of me, Daniel says. I had taken money from his wallet. The room feels suddenly colder. You? I whisper. The word barely leaves my mouth. It changes everything. Daniel nods slowly. I wanted to impress some friends. It was stupid. He found out, and we fought. He pauses, breathing deeply. He was distracted when he got into the car with you. I saw him upset, but I said nothing. The memory twists inside me. I remember my father's silence that night. I thought it was about me. I thought he was angry because I wanted to leave town, I say. Daniel shakes his head. He was worried about me. We sit in heavy silence. For 10 years, I believed I destroyed my family alone. But the truth is more complicated. And the truck? I ask softly. I was driving too fast. Guilt still clings to me. Daniel swallows. I saw the weather report that night. I knew the storm was getting worse. I look at him carefully. What are you saying? Fear creeps into my chest. I should have told Dad not to go, Daniel admits. I should have stopped both of you. Tears fill his eyes. The truth crashes over me. We were both young. We were both careless. For 10 years, we carried separate pieces of the same blame. We let silence grow into distance. We let guilt destroy our home. Footsteps interrupt us. Our mother stands at the kitchen door. She has heard everything. I knew, she says softly. Her voice is weak but steady. I knew it was never just one of you. Daniel and I turn to her in shock. You knew? I ask. My mind struggles to understand. A mother always sees more than you think, she replies. I saw the pain in both your eyes. But you were too afraid to speak. She walks closer, slowly. Your father would never want this. He would want you together. Tears fall freely now. 10 years of anger dissolve in minutes. The truth, painful as it is, feels lighter than the lie. Daniel reaches for my hand. For the first time in a decade, I do not pull away. We hold on like we did as children. That night, I do not dream of headlights. I dream of my father smiling at us. Not disappointed. Just proud. In the morning, the rain has stopped. Sunlight enters the kitchen softly. Everything feels different. But the biggest change is inside me. I realize I did not return only because Mom was sick. I returned because I was finally ready to forgive myself. 10 years ago, I ran away from guilt. Today, I walk toward responsibility. And I understand something important. The accident did not break our family. Silence did. And silence is a choice. As I stand in the garden with Daniel beside me, I feel the weight lift from my chest. Coming back was not the end. It was the beginning.